So we're going to look at something a bit different today. Um, and I read a paper about learning to code and which sides of the brain that is activating. So usually, when we talk about the left side and the right side of the brain, the left side is linked to more logical thinking. So anything to do with languages or maths or analysis is the left side, whereas the right side is more creative work. So anything with the arts you might associate with that side of the brain. So this paper was quite interesting, which looked from MIT, which looked at uh, on that left hand side of the brain. Does it is reading coding or a programming language? Is that the same as how we process normal language interpretation? So if you were learning sort of Spanish, for example. So what they kind of the study found um, was more that when the language is being acquired, it might be more sort of like the normal process that a language is being learned. So, for example, picking up those symbols, picking up those new ways of putting together the characters, that is very similar to what we do when we learn a new language. But what kind of the study was saying was once you've got grasped of those, is that it tends to look more like sort of the maths approach, so the problem solving that comes into it. So they did note as well that there was an idea of a multiple demand network which was being recruited. So that is used when you're solving like crossword problems or any maths problems. That was kind of something that was common across all of the study um, participants. So the analysis of it was that it's more generally linked to maths and problem solving. Um, that's kind of what the outcome was. I just thought it was quite an interesting study to look at, just to see how the brain sort of is acting when it's learning to program. And it makes you think about if you've had that background in maths and you've got that strong problem solving ability, are you then better able to learn how to program? And my experience is that the students with the strongest maths ability do generally do well in the programming tests because there's a lot of problem solving there. But I don't think that is a reason that we should uh, push students away that are maybe less gifted in maths. Because obviously in the software development world, there's lots of jobs with creative work. So working with HTML and CSS, you don't really need to solve that many maths problems. So it would be better to have a problem creative mindset in that. So where they're using their sort of arts based part of the brain. So I think it's really important not to push students away from computing that maybe are not as strong in maths. That's the main point. One last thought was the MIT research didn't really pick up on whether it's better to develop these skills, the programming skills, as a young person or as a sort of an adult. So maybe that's something that could be looked at in the future as well. So just one post for today, something a bit different. Okay, thanks.